This girl has eyes unlike anyone else's. She can see the souls of the dead who linger in the living world. Emma looks at the small dog in front of her, and can't help but react with quiet wonder. But to her friends standing nearby, she looks like she's staring at empty air. The two behind her exchange puzzled glances. One of them can't help asking what's going on. Emma realizes immediately what they're thinking. She explains that she can see the spirit of a little dog, and that it's adorable. Later that afternoon after school, Emma notices that a classmate has something attached to her leg, the sleeping spirit of an infant. Unlike the dog, it isn't gentle or easy. The baby is completely beyond control, and when it cries, everyone nearby feels the pain of it. Just then, a woman on the side of the road is going through a rubbish bin. She keeps saying her baby is missing. The classmate spots the woman and tenses up immediately, tries to slip behind Emma, but the woman sees her anyway. The moment she does, she demands her baby back. Emma watches this unfold and feels a cold unease move through her. She steps forward quickly and tries to separate them, but the confrontation wakes the sleeping infant. Emma can only hope the baby didn't see what just happened. The next morning at school, the infant spirit is still clinging to the classmate, and Emma has to stop it from crying, because if it does, the consequences could be serious. She pulls faces trying to keep it calm, but then the baby catches sight of John behind her. Emma can see it's about to cry. Her only hope is that the human form talisman on John still has some effect. She rushes over and takes his hand to make physical contact, but it doesn't matter. The infant spirit cries anyway. The force of it shatters the cup in John's hand outright. To find out why the spirit has attached itself to her classmate, Emma decides to go to her home and look for answers herself. She finds it quickly, a red thread running from the infant, connected to a blue doll. The infant is bound to the doll. Emma tries to buy it, but her classmate refuses to sell it no matter what she says. The next day in class, the baby suddenly starts crying again. Every student in the room feels a wave of dizziness at once. Emma feels more urgently than ever that this needs to end. Later the group heads to the library for research. Emma sees the infant is on the verge of crying again. To protect John, she tries once more to test whether the talisman does anything, but this time John turns around on his own and pulls Emma into his arms. At that moment, the baby begins to cry from nearby, releasing a force that cuts through the air like a shockwave. Bookshelves topple instantly. John moves on instinct to shield Emma, covering her with his own body. That's when Emma realizes the talisman on John has lost all its power. That evening, Emma is sitting with the weight of the infant situation pressing on her, when a customer comes in leading a woman who seems deeply unwell. Emma learns the story. The woman had been pregnant and lost the baby, and her mind hasn't been stable since. She pushes an empty pram through the streets every day. Then one day she found a doll in a rubbish bin, and began caring for it as though it were her child. But one day, her baby was gone, and she started searching through bins again looking for the doll. That pulls something into focus for Emma. The doll at her classmate's house matches the description exactly. Emma doesn't stop to change. She runs straight to her classmate's home. Emma tells her everything about the infant spirit. At first her classmate doesn't believe her, but Emma describes the recurring nightmare she has been having, and that changes things. Her classmate doesn't want to give up the doll, but in the end she places it in Emma's hand.